Football fans, welcome back to another deep matchday preview where we take a calm and focused look at today's fixtures. These matches bring together different styles, different objectives, and different pressures. Some teams are expected to control and dominate, others are stepping into difficult environments where discipline and belief are essential. Today's games reflect football in its purest form. Matches where patience matters, where structure defines outcomes, and where the scoreline often mirrors the balance of control across 90 minutes. Let's walk through each fixture and look at how these games are likely to unfold. Liverpool vs Wolves. Correct score prediction 2-0. Match outcome Liverpool win. This fixture sets up as a controlled contest where the home side are expected to take responsibility from the opening whistle. Liverpool are likely to focus on pressing high, maintaining territorial dominance, and forcing the opposition into prolonged defensive phases. From the early minutes, Liverpool are expected to control possession and dictate the tempo. Their approach is likely to be patient yet assertive, using movement and pressure to create openings rather than relying on quick transitions. Wolves are expected to prioritize defensive organization. Staying compact, limiting space between lines, and reducing mistakes will be key to their approach. While they may have moments of resistance, sustained pressure is likely to test their structure. The breakthrough is expected to come through persistence rather than sudden chaos. Once Liverpool take the lead, the match dynamic shifts firmly in their favor. Control becomes the priority, with reduced risk and increased focus on maintaining shape. A second goal is expected to follow as pressure continues and defensive fatigue sets in. From that point, game management takes over. Limiting transitions and protecting the defensive line should allow Liverpool to see out the match comfortably with a clean sheet. Chelsea vs Aston Villa. Correct score prediction 2-2. Both teams to score, yes. This matchup promises one of the most open and competitive contests of the day. Both teams enter with attacking intent, making this a fixture where momentum is likely to shift several times. From kick-off, both sides are expected to press aggressively, refusing to sit back. Possession is likely to change hands frequently, creating an open rhythm with quick transitions and attacking movement. Chelsea are expected to use home advantage to apply pressure and control periods of the match. Aston Villa, however, are unlikely to adopt a defensive approach. Their willingness to push forward and commit numbers makes them dangerous throughout. Goals are expected to come from both sides as defensive lines are tested repeatedly. One team may take the lead, only for the other to respond, keeping the match balanced and unpredictable. As the match moves into the final stages, both sides are likely to push for a winning goal. However, with spaces opening up and defensive gaps appearing, control becomes difficult to maintain. A high-scoring draw reflects the attacking intent and competitive balance of this contest. Pisa vs Juventus. Correct score prediction 0-2. Match outcome Juventus win. This fixture sets up as a controlled and professional performance from the visitors. Juventus are expected to approach the match with discipline and patience, focusing on structure and efficiency rather than unnecessary risk. From the opening phase, Juventus are likely to control the tempo and limit the opposition's attacking opportunities. Their approach emphasizes defensive solidity, allowing them to build attacks with confidence. Pisa are expected to remain organized and competitive, particularly in the early stages. However, breaking through a well-structured defense is likely to prove challenging. The first goal is expected to arrive through sustained control rather than constant pressure. Once ahead, Juventus are likely to remain composed, continuing to manage the game rather than pushing aggressively. A second goal is expected to follow as the match opens slightly. From there, control becomes the priority. Limiting transitions and protecting the defensive shape should allow Juventus to secure a comfortable victory and a clean sheet. Livingston vs Celtic. Correct score prediction 0-2. Match outcome Celtic win. This matchup sets up as a disciplined and controlled performance from the visitors. Celtic are expected to take responsibility for the game, focusing on possession, structure, and steady pressure. From kick-off, Celtic are likely to dictate the rhythm, keeping the ball and forcing Livingston into defensive positions. Their approach is expected to be patient, ensuring balance between attack and defense. Livingston are likely to prioritize defensive shape, aiming to stay compact and reduce space. While they may show resilience early on, sustained pressure is expected to test their organization. The breakthrough is likely to come through persistence rather than an open contest. Once Celtic take the lead, control becomes more pronounced. A second goal is expected as pressure continues and space opens up. From that point onward, managing the match becomes the focus. Limiting risks and maintaining defensive discipline should allow Celtic to see out the game without conceding. Lecce vs Como. Correct score prediction 0-1. Match outcome Como win or draw. This fixture is expected to be tight and tactical, with limited space and few clear chances. Lecce are likely to approach the match with caution, focusing on defensive organization and control. Como are expected to remain patient, waiting for the right moments to press and capitalize on mistakes. Their structured approach allows them to stay compact while still posing a threat when opportunities arise. The decisive moment is likely to come from a single well-timed move rather than sustained attacking pressure. Once Como take the lead, the game is expected to slow down. From that point onward, defensive discipline and game management become the priorities. With Lecce struggling to break down an organized setup, avoiding defeat looks realistic for Como. Extended recap. Here is a full summary of today's predictions. Liverpool vs Wolves. Correct score 2-0. Outcome Liverpool win. Chelsea vs Aston Villa. Correct score 2-2. Both teams to score yes. Pisa vs Juventus. Correct score 0-2. Outcome Juventus win. Livingston vs Celtic. Correct score 0-2. Outcome Celtic win. Lecce vs Como. Correct score 0-1. Outcome Como win or draw. That brings us to the end of today's matchday preview. Every fixture we've covered reflects a different side of football, from matches built on control and discipline to open contests driven by momentum and belief. These are the kinds of games where patience is tested, decisions matter, and small moments can define the final score. Football is not always about dominance or spectacle. Sometimes it's about timing, structure, and understanding when to push forward and when to protect what you have. The predictions shared today are shaped by that reality, focusing on how games tend to unfold rather than how we wish them to play out. As always, remember that football remains unpredictable. That uncertainty is what keeps us watching, debating, and coming back every matchday. Whether the result comes early or late, whether control holds or momentum shifts, the beauty of the game lies in those moments we cannot fully script. Thank you for taking the time to follow along with this preview. Your support, attention, and passion for the game are what make these breakdowns worthwhile. Enjoy the matches, support your teams with pride, and take in every minute of the action. Until the next kickoff, stay connected and keep the love for football alive.